In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to set up a high-converting print-on-demand store using Shopify. I will walk you through step by step from selecting the right settings to building a nice storefront. We're also going to integrate Printify as our printing partner to add our first products and mockups. By the end of this tutorial, you will have a fully functional online store that's ready to start making sales immediately as a print-on-demand business. So let's not waste any more time and get right into it. So when you click on the link I have listed below, it will take you to the Shopify page where you can sign up for a free trial and enjoy the first month for just $1. So you can just enter your email address here and then just click on Start Free Trial. You can select which option that applies to you, or you can just skip all if you prefer. It really doesn't matter. Here you would just select the country or region that you're in. For me, I am in United States, so I'll just click Next. And then here you can just select any one of these options to create your account. So I will just go with sign up with Google. Select your account. Click continue. And then your store will be created in just a few minutes. So here is your Shopify's dashboard, and everything you need will be listed in the different tabs on the left side. It's a really easy platform to use, and they make it really easy for you to set up. So don't be overwhelmed by any of this. I will walk you through step by step. All right, so what you need to do first is to connect Shopify to Printify. So how we're going to do that is to come to Add Apps here on the left side, click on this. And where it says Printify, Print on Demand, you can just click Install. Now, if you don't see the app here, you can just search for the app under the Shopify App Store, and then you'll be able to find the app there. And when you find the Printify app, like we see here, you can just click on Install. Click on Install. Here you would just need to log into your Printify's account using your email and password, or you could use the Google login, whichever option that you prefer. So I'm going to use the Google login, so I'm just going to click here, choose my account, and then I'm logged in. So what you see here is exactly what you see in the Printify's dashboard. It is just directly integrated into Shopify now, so it makes everything so much easier. And then what you can do is to pin this app, because we will use this often. So you can just click on pin to your navigation. So it'll be pinned over here. So next, what you want to do is to select a plan. And if you're just starting out, then I would recommend you to just go with the basic plan here. And then you can always upgrade as needed as you go. For the basic plan, it is currently $1 for the first month. And afterwards, it would be $29 per month. So I would just select basic. And then here you would just need to fill out your name, your card number, and then your card information, and then you just need to hit subscribe. So next we are going to adjust some settings. So we can come down here to settings, click on this. So what you want to make sure on this page is that your time zone is accurate. You want to make sure that that is your local time zone. And then next we can go to payments, click on payments here. What we can do is to complete the account setup for Shopify payments. So just click on complete account setup, submit details. And then here you would just need to select the option that applies to you. So for myself, I will select a registered business, and I would select private single member LLC, click next. And then here on this page, you would either just need to fill out your individual's information or your business information. So on the next page, you just need to specify your industry type. So I would select retail, and then subcategory, just select the one that's closest to you. I would just pick clothing and accessories. And then here you would just need to provide a description of the products or services that you plan to sell in your store. And then you would just need to provide your store phone number. And then when you're done, just click next. And then the next page, you need to provide the name of the account representative so that they know that who is in control of the business. And when you're done, you can click on submit for verification. All right, so one very important setting about Shopify payments that you want to pay attention to is the customer statement descriptor. So this refers to the name that your customers will see on their credit card statement. So what you want to do is to make sure that the name clearly reflects your business name so your customers can recognize where the charge is coming from so that they won't file a dispute. So I'll just go ahead to put down the name of my store. So let's say if it's Yoga Aura. So you definitely want to make sure that you do that. And another thing that you want to make sure that you put down a phone number. Now, if you don't want to use your personal number, which makes sense, what you can do is to go to Google Voice and then just register a new number and then just use that number as your main business phone number. So that's the way that I would go about it. And next, let's come to the domain tab. Click on domains. So this is where you can set up your custom domain. And this is important because otherwise your website will look something like this, a bunch of numbers and letters and then .myshopify.com. Now you can adjust this and I think change like the prefix of this, but the best way is to definitely buy your own domain. You can either buy a new domain through Shopify, or if you already have one on some other platforms, you can connect an existing domain here. So to buy one is super easy. We can just click on this buy new domain button and then just search up your name. So let's say we do Yoga Aura, just search. So yogaora.com isn't available. So what I can do is to consider yogaora.store or yogaora.shop or .co. So all these are options and just depends on what you personally want to do about it. But if you're able to find a good .com domain, I would say that that would be the best way to go. Just my own personal preference. I like .com domains. And when you find one that fits, you can just come here to click buy, and that's how you buy a new domain on Shopify. Now, if you already have an existing domain on another platform, what you can do is to just come here to connect existing domain, type in your domain, and then click next, and it will walk you through how you can connect that domain. Next, what you want to do is come to policies. So click on policies on the left side. So here is where you can generate the store's policy, and every store would need to do this at some point. So for the return policy, obviously you can just adjust to your own store's return policy. And for the written return and refund policy, what you can do is create from templates, and a standardized one will be created, and then you can just adjust from there. So it can just save you a lot of time in terms of creating your own policy. So throughout the policy, you will see insert certain information in a bracket. So that's where you would just insert your own store's information. So here you would just insert your return address. And we can scroll down and go to the next one. So private policy, you can do the same thing, create from template. For the highlighted text, you can definitely review them and you can scroll down. And same thing here with contact, you can just fill out your information in the bracket if that applies to you. Next one is the terms of service. Same thing, create from templates. And you can just review this and insert your information where it's applicable. So here you would just link to your refund policy. So that's what you want to do. You want to make sure that you fill out the information under the brackets. And when you scroll all the way down, that's the contact information. Same thing here. You would just need to fill out your own store's name, email, and also your business information. So next up is we're going to do the fun part now, which is to design the look of our storefront. So you can come to online store and go to themes. You can click here and this is the page that you will see. So a theme is basically the look of your storefront. So there are many different free themes that you could explore when you scroll down here where it says popular free themes. And you can easily customize them. There's no code required. And then you can browse through the different themes. And some of these are free and some of these are paid. So if you want to make your store appear a little bit more fancier, you can definitely, have that option. But for our tutorial, we are going to go with a free one, which is the Dawn theme. So for the beginners, I wouldn't worry too much about making my store look too fancy from the get-go. Customers don't care about that generally. They care about what's actually in your store and not your theme. So especially if you're just starting out, I wouldn't worry about the theme and just go with Dawn. Dawn is already really nice and it converts really well. And let's say at any point in the future, you do want to change things up and go for like a fancier theme, you can always have the option to do that. So for right now, we are just going to go with Dawn and we are going to customize it and make it nice and functional. So let's click on customize. So this is the page where you can customize everything about your storefront. There are three main sections. So on the left side, there's the sections tab, there's the theme settings tab, and then this is the app embeds. So the main two tabs that we are going to spend a lot of time on is the sections and the theme settings. And when you come to the middle, the drop down here, you can edit any pages that you want to edit. And on the right side here is where you can see how your website looks in different views. So currently it's in desktop and we can change it up to mobile. So this is how your website looks like in mobile. And it's good to note that most of your customers will come from mobile traffic. So it's really important to optimize for mobile. And that's what we are going to do. So to edit your website is super simple. You can just come into one of the settings tab. And for each section of your website, they have their own little tab where you can expand and you can customize it in any way that you want. And we are going to go over each tab. So first, let's come to the theme settings. Click on logo. And this is where you can upload your own logo. So click on select image, click on upload image. and you can just select your logo and just click open, click done, and then you will see your logo here, and then you can make it bigger. So let's say we can go with 150 pixel. So that's how it looks like here. We have a little logo, and when you toggle onto the desktop view, you see it right here as well. So I'll just show you. This is where you can adjust the size. That becomes bigger. That is way too big. So let's go with 150. Click save. So next one is the favicon image. So in case you don't know what favicon is this little icon in front of your website's name on your browser. So like this little icon right here. So what you can do to create the favicon is to just come to favicon.io, and then you have a few options here. You can either upload an image, and then it will get converted into an ICO file, which is just a file type for the favicon. You could use a text, or you could use an emoji. So let me show you how the text works. So for example, we can generate the entire favicon here. So let's say we want to just do the letter Y, and then for the background color, we will just choose black. I like the circle background. The font is good. Font size is good. So let's say that's the settings that we want to go with, and then it will look like something like this. Just click download. Open up the file. And then here we have the favicon. And then we can come back to Shopify, select the image, add image, and then select your favicon, open, click done. And then there you go, that's our favicon. Click save. So let's go to the next tab, which is colors. Click on this. So this is where you can set the different color schemes that applies to certain sections of your website. So they will look uniformed throughout your pages, and you won't have to adjust them one by one. It's a huge time saver. We are just going to set 3 different color schemes here. So just follow along and you'll see exactly why once we get to the part where we select the color schemes. So click on scheme 1. And here we have scheme 1, and just enter exactly how I enter it. And you can always adjust this at any time in the future if you want. So for the background, let's do FA, FA, FA. So that's just like a little off-white color. For text, that's fine. Solid button background. Click on this. And let's do 52, BB51. And we're done with scheme 1. Click save. And then go back here, and then let's click on scheme 2. So for scheme 2, for background, let's erase this. Let's do DA3636. And then for text, click on this, and then we'll do FF, FF, FF. So 6 Fs, and just click on this. There we go. And then we are done with scheme 2. Click save, and just one more. Click on scheme 3, and for the background we'll do F3, F3, F3. For the text we're going to change it to black, so we can just do 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 6 zeros, and then that will be like a black text, and then we are done. Click save. So next we have typography, so let's click on this. And then come down here, and we are just going to change this font that we're using to bold. Click on select. So as you can see, we changed the font to bold. It just looks a little bit nicer. Font scale, we're going to leave it. And then for the body font, we're going to leave the font, but we are going to adjust the font size scale to 115. So as you can see here, that adjusted like the size over here. Just looks a little bit nicer. And then we are done with this section. Click save. I like to save it every now and then so that I don't lose the progress. And this may seem a little bit tedious, but trust me, we're just going through just one time in the beginning, and then your store will be set up and ready to go. So stick with me. We're going to complete this setup. So next one, let's click on layout. Page width, let's go to 1600 pixel. And the horizontal space, let's go to 24 pixel. And then for vertical space, let's go with 36 pixel. Okay, and then we're done. For animation, we are just going to leave it at default. The next one, let's click on buttons. So for corner radius, let's adjust this to 30 pixels. For shadow opacity, let's do 50%. Horizontal offset, let's do 2 pixel. And then the rest is fine. Click save. And then next we have variant pills. Click on this. For the shadow opacity, let's do 5%. Horizontal offset, let's do 2 pixels. And then the rest is perfect. Click save. And next one we have inputs. Let's change the corner radius to 40 pixels. And then we're good. Click save. Next we have product cards. For the style, let's press on card. And then for the color scheme, let's click on change. And let's go with scheme 3. There we go. And then come down here. For border opacity, let's click on 100%. Corner radius, we can do 20. There we go. And we can add a little shadow opacity here to 5%. And then the rest looks good. Click on save. Next we have collection cards. Expand this. Click on card. And then for this, for the color scheme, let's also change it to scheme 3. And then the rest of the option is perfect. Click save. And then for block cards, content containers, and media, we can just skip and click on drop down and pop-ups. Let's increase the thickness to 4 pixels. And then corner radius, let's do 10 pixels. And then shadow opacity at 10%. And then horizontal offset, let's do 4 pixel. And then that should be good. Click save. Okay, next one is drawers. Let's increase the thickness to 4 pixels. And then the shadow opacity, let's increase this to 10%. And horizontal offset, 4 pixels. And then we're good. Click save. Next one, let's click on badges. So position on cards, let's select top left. Let's reduce the corner radius to 20 pixels. And let's change the color scheme to scheme 2. And we are done with this one. Click save. Alright, we're almost done. So for brand information, social media, search behavior, all the default settings are fine. Currency format, that's fine as well. Let's come to cart. So for the cart type, let's change this to drawer. And then click save. So next, let's click on checkout. For the banner background image, we don't need one. For the logo, I would select image. Upload your image here. And then position, I would pick center. And then you can scroll down. And for the accents color, click on this. We could choose black. So 121212. And let's click on the buttons color. I like to do a greenish color. Let's do 52 BB51. So like a green color. And for the arrows color, let's click on this. And let's do DA3636. So green color for the button and the arrows color would be red. And then checkout layout is one page. That's perfect. And click on save. And don't worry about any mistakes. We can always come in here to adjust any settings anytime, but that's the settings that we're going to go with. So for the overall theme settings, we are done. Let's come back up to sections. Click on this. Click on announcement bar. And then on the right side here, we will change the color scheme to 2. So we have scheme 2. So that would make the announcement bar red. So that's nice and clear. And then instead of welcome to our store, let's change this wording. You can click on this. And then on the right side, you can change the text. So let's say we do free shipping, $65 plus. And then we could add a little emoji in the front. Let's do the package one. So that is what it looks like. We can click save. And that would be the nice announcement bar. So next we are going to work on the image banner. So this is the image banner. We are going to customize one. So far this is what it looks like. So this is the mobile version. Nice and clean. We can eliminate this text actually. We don't need this. So you can either delete this or just hide it. I'll just hide this. And for the buttons, let's click on the buttons. And let's change the text to shop now. and uncheck the outline button style. Okay, and then click save. And then for the footer, let's click on footer. And let's uncheck show email sign up. Let's uncheck enable follow on shop. Uncheck follow social media icons. You can also uncheck enable country and region selector since we are just going to focus on United States. But if you are selling internationally, you could definitely leave that on. And uncheck the enable language selector. And then the rest is fine. You can click on save. So we are almost done of the setting up, so we can look at the desktop view. So next, let's create the pages. So these are like the different pages. So we can exit this and go to pages. So that will be your contact page. We can first click on this. We can view page. All right, so that's a nice contact page that we could already use. Click back. You can click on add page. And for the title, let's do about us. So this will be the about us page, and then you can come up with your own description. We'll click save. So now we have the about us page, and we also have the contact page. So next, let's come to navigation and click on main menu. So here we have the main menu. So let's change the catalog page to shop now. And then a link to all products, that's fine. Apply changes. And that would be our contact page. And then add menu item. And type in about us. And then click on this box here. Go to pages. So you can link the about us page. Click on about us. Click add. Save menu. So then when you come on the website, you can refresh this. And there we have the 4 different pages. So when people click to shop now, you'll see all the products. Now we have not added any products, so nothing shows up here, but we are going to. And when you go to contact us, that's the contact page. And about us page, you can obviously fill in your own information. So next, let's create the banner. So before we can create a nice banner image for our website, we actually need to create some mockups first. So first, let me show you how to create amazing looking mockups for our products. So there are a couple ways to go about it, and I'll show you both ways. So first, what you can do is come to Etsy and then just search up your product name and then mockups. So for example, if we are going to go with the Bella Canvas 3001, so I would just type in Bella Canvas 3001 mockups. And then you'll find the different mockup templates that you can purchase, and they're quite inexpensive. And this is a great way to go about it. So then your mockups will actually look different, will look better than the generic ones that everyone uses from these same websites. And this one is the one that I had purchased. So with this, you're able to get all these shirt colors as templates, and then you can just drop in your design and make your mockups. So this one is compatible with Canva, so that's what I liked about it. This is what the mockups look like. So you basically get a template for every color of the shirt. So let me zoom in so you can actually see the colors. So let's say if you want to edit one of these, so you can just come here, copy this, go to new file, right click, paste it, and you can just expand this, make it bigger, delete the text part, make this bigger, and then center it. And then you can go ahead to import your design. So let's say we have this one, Corgi Mama, resize it, put it in the middle. Let's make it a little bit smaller, something like that. For the transparency, you can probably do 90. So that looks more realistic, like it's on a shirt. So what I like to do is to go to photo, search for like a wood background. I think that would look nice with a white shirt. So maybe something like this. So I can expand this. And then for the position, I'll move it to the back. So there we have a much better looking mockup. And to make it look even nicer, you can add something else to it. So let's do something like this. We can remove the background. And let's move this to the bottom, something like that, just to make it look a little bit extra, a little bit different. So this is how you can create nicer mockups. And if you prefer to have a model, like a person wearing the shirt as the mockup, let me show you how to do that one. And what I do is to use a tool called Vexels. And with this is really amazing. You can come to design tools and go to mockup generator. And this is a really easy way to generate really good looking mockups. And then you can go to browse, and we are going to select t-shirts. And then here you're able to find many different models to be the mockups. So for example, you can choose any one of these. So let's go with this one just to show you. So after you select the model, you can just upload your design. So let me go to Creative Fabrica, and then I will just grab a design. So let's just do this one. So let me download this design, and then I'll come back to Vexels, go to upload, and then I'll find the design that I had just downloaded. So I can just upload this PNG, and then we have the mockups. So I like to make this a little bit smaller so it looks better. So let's say that's the size. You can move the placement as well to make sure that it's lined nicely. And there we have the mockups. Look how good that looks. And when you're done, you can just click download. The large size is good. Click download, click save. And then here we have the mockups. So that's how you can create amazing looking mockups using Vexels. And with Vexels, it's really cool too, because other than the mockup tool that they have, you can also find many great designs here. So let me show you. So when you go to the design library, and you can go to t-shirts, and they have a lot of different designs that you could choose from that are really good. And you can incorporate any of these designs into your own designs. So this is a really great tool in terms of being able to do that. And most of these are print ready and also editable. And it's really easy to use. You can just maybe click on this one. And if you like this one, you can just click on download, and then you'll be able to download the design file. And I'll just show you this one as an example. So here we have the file, and some of these files are in PSD. So that is like a Photoshop file. And if you don't have Photoshop, you can just freely use a tool called Photopea. So for example, we can just drag this into Photopea, and then we'll be able to edit it. And if you edit on Canva mainly, no worries. You could also find many other different, PNGs or graphics that you're able to edit in Canva as well. So this one is definitely a great tool to use if you want like a all-in-one tool that can give you amazing looking designs, as well as like an amazing looking mockup generator. Definitely will make your process of designing and also uploading mockups a lot easier. So next, let's create the banner image. So you can come to Canva, go to create a design, go to custom size. So let's do 4500 and 1500 pixel. Create a new design. So here I would just select like a background. So I would just come to design and just search for like clothing or clothing brand. So I would just select one of these backgrounds. So I'll delete all this and just leave the background. And then I would just insert the mockup that we created. So just drag it here. So that's our first mockup. So I would just go to edit image, remove background. So we have a nice looking mockup with the person here. So I would just make this bigger. So something like that will look nice. So I will go back to Vexels because we need another model. Since we have a girl, so let's do a guy as well, so that it's balanced. So I will just look for a male model here. So let's use this one. And let's do another design. So let's download this one and then click on upload. We will just upload that design. And there we go. And let's change the shirt color and then adjust the size a little bit. Adjust the placement. So that looks nice. So let's download this image and come back to Canva and then upload that image here. And then remove the background. And I want to make this bigger, so I will match the size of the first model. So something like that, I think it's good. So I can place it on the other side. So what we can do now is to just go to share and download this image. Download, and then come back to Shopify, and then we can go to online store, and then go to customize. You can click on the image banner, select image, add image, upload that banner image, and then click done. Okay, so now it looks weird because we just have to adjust this setting right here. So image overlap opacity, we can turn this down to 0. And then for the banner height, what we can do is to select adapt to first image. For the desktop content position, let's select middle center, just so the button could be centered. And for the desktop content alignment, we'll do center as well. And the rest should be good. And then click save. And then we can look at mobile view. So there we go. There we have the banner image. And obviously you don't have to copy exactly what I do. Feel free to add your own style and design to it, but this is just me kind of showing you the process. So we are almost done here. Next, let's add a couple products so we could edit the product pages. So next, let me show you how to add your products. So we can come to Printify and we want to make sure that it's connected to our Shopify store. So you can see it's connected here. Next is go to catalog and select the item that you want to add to your store. So we'll pick t-shirts. We can close this. So we will go with the Bella Canvas 3001. So we will click on this. And then we can come here to click on show additional providers. And you would just pick your preferred providers. So we will just go with Monster Digital. Click on start designing. And then here we can just upload the design. Click on upload. And upload the design. So here we have the design, so we can resize this. And then place it in the middle. You can also use this control here to go left, right, middle. And then I will move this up a little bit more. So that looks good. You can preview it. So this will give you like a mock-up look. You can look at the different mock-ups. They do recommend you to look at the realistic color. And then we can come back to edit. And then we can actually select the different variants in color. So we have a few colors already selected. And you could check any of the shirt colors. But for example's sake, I'll just choose white, athletic heather, and also black. And then come back here. So we can click on neck label. So you can add your logo as the neck label, which looks really nice. So you can just upload your logo here. So let's do this one. So something like that would be nice. We can expand this a little bit. Place it in the middle. So there you go. There you have the neck label. So since this design is in black, if you go to the black colored shirt, you won't be able to see the design. What you can do here is to just click on make a specific design for black and then go upload a white version of the same design. And there we go. There we have the design. This looks a little bit too big, so maybe we can see the white one. You want to make sure that they are the same size. Okay, you can preview it. Looks nice. So same thing with the neck label. You can just upload a white letter version of it. Select the logo. And there we go. There we have a white letter version of the logo. So front side, neck label, preview. So that looks nice. So we can come back to edit. So for the other shirt, it will be black lettering as in the white shirt, and only the black shirt will be in the white colored lettering. So when you're done, you can click on Save Product. Great job, you've created your first product. Continue to publish. And then you can come down here and then give it a title. So this would be Worry Less, Yoga More. You can come up with your description. You can also add a size chart here. And then the tags, you can add one if you want. And when you come down here, so the standard shipping has already been selected. So that's good. So that will only take 2 to 5 business days on average. And when you come down here, you're able to see the different pricing and you'll see the different variants. What you can do is to select all. If you want to edit the price, so let's say we can do $26 for the t-shirts and we can click apply. So they will all become $26. And you're able to see the profit margin for each of the variant. So for example, when you go into the larger sizes, your profit margin decreases because the product cost is higher. What you can do is you can come here, let's say for 2X, you want to charge $1 extra. So you can just press 27, enter, and then you'll see the profit number updated and also the profit margin. So for 3XL, let's do $28. And that will update your profit and also your profit margin. So let's say you're all done with this. What you can do is to come here to click publish. And then this product will be published into your Shopify store. So here I would highly recommend you to order a sample of the products that you plan to sell. So that way you could be confident about the product's quality. Since you don't actively do the fulfillment of the product, it's really important to know that the products are of high quality. So I would definitely order your samples if you haven't already done so. So here we can see the products is published. So we can come to my products here, and you'll be able to see that product here, published. And when you want to add a second product, you won't need to start from scratch. You can just come here to the product, click on duplicate. And then here we have the duplicate of the product. We can just click on edit. And then you could just swap out the design, click on upload. Let's go with the second design. So go with the PNG file. And now we'll just resize this to a better size. Put in the middle. And then delete the first image. And there we have the second design. Boom. Preview. Looks great. So for this one, let's just do black. So we'll deselect the white one and we'll deselect the athletic heather. Click on save product. And then come down here to give your product a title. So this would be yoga and coffee are all I need. You can just do your own description and also tags. We'll just leave it as is. The same exact shipping and the same exact prices. And then just click on publish. And there we go. We have the second product created. So in a few minutes, you should be able to see that the status is published. And when you go back to the Shopify store, go to products, and you should be able to see the two products that we just added. And we can open one. We could preview it. And this would be the product page. And we are going to improve this actually. This is just the first step of adding the product. And let's also change the announcement bar. And let's go back to online store. Go to customize. So for the announcement bar, let's say free shipping on orders. That sounds better. $65 or more. Click save. And then let's go to the middle. Click on this drop down. Go to products. Click on default products. So here we can edit the product page. Let's go back to mobile view. So we are going to make the product page look a little bit better. So on the left side, you will see the template. We can click on text. We don't want that. And let's click on title. Title looks good. Price as well. Variant picker. I prefer pills, which is already had selected. So if you select drop down, so the choices will be like a drop down. So I like pills. So that's up to you. Quantity selector, we'll leave it. The buy button as well, we'll leave it. And the description, because this I think is just way too long and I don't think it looks good. So we are going to just hide the description. So we can just click on this button right here. So that's like hidden. So it just looks cleaner. The share button, we can just get rid of it. We don't need that. All right, so this looks a lot more clean. So what we're going to do next is to add block here and then add collapsible row. Come to the right side and we will write premium quality t-shirts. And for the icon, we can select the shirt icon. So you see a little nice shirt icon and that says premium quality t-shirts. And then we are going to add another block. Let's go to collapsible row again. In this one, we are going to add a size chart because that's important. So we'll put in size chart here. So let's do a ruler. And then we are going to select page, create page. For the title, we are going to type in size chart. And then next we will go to Printify. We will go to the actual product that we are listing. So go to catalog, pick out the t-shirts. We are going to pick the Bella Canvas 3001. And then on this page, you can scroll down. You'll be able to find the size chart here. I would just screenshot this. And after you have the screenshot, go back to Shopify and then go to add image, insert image, add image here, and then add the screenshot. Click done. And then we can center it. So alignment, center align, click save, and then go back to the store. Click on a size chart, and on the right side, click on select page, and then click on size chart. Select on the bottom, and then click save. And then when you click on a drop down on the size chart, and there you'll be able to see the size chart. It may seem small, but people can zoom in on their phone pretty easily. So that's not an issue. That just looks really nice and handy to have like a size chart there. So we are going to add another collapsible row. And then for this one, we are going to write all orders shipped in 3 to 5 days. And then we can select the truck icon, click save. And then the last one, we are just going to add the last collapsible row. And this one is going to say returns are easy. And let's do the heart icon. So that looks nice. Click save. And then here we are done with the product page. And obviously you can upload a nicer mockup like the ones I showed you. So we can exit this. Next, let's come back to our Shopify store, and then we can remove the password. So we can click on manage password. So we need to add a stored address, and then just click save. And then for the password protection, you can just uncheck restrict access to visitors with this password, and then click save. And then we'll say your online store is open to everyone. So we can view store. There we go. So now our store is live. So we can click on one of the product. This is what it looks like. We can go to inspect to get a look of the mobile view. So everything looks clean, and we can click on this. So those are the 4 tabs. So when we click on contact, that's a contact page. Shop now, we see the other products. So we can click on this. So when you first sync up the product, you may see that the product is sold out. That is just because it takes a few minutes for Printify and Shopify to get everything all synced up. So that's perfectly normal. So if the product that you're selling has stock in Printify, this should become available after a few minutes. So that's how you set up a high converting print on demand Shopify store.